Dear 7th grade students, how are you? I hope you are fine and in a good health. Watch the following video and predict what is our lesson today about.
You may be surprised to learn that dogs can detect life-threatening diseases in humans. So if you have a family history of serious illnesses and a dog, you will want to watch our countdown of 8 diseases dogs can detect. Number 1. Dogs can tell when you have cancer. Believe it or not, dogs can detect breast cancer, prostate cancer, and even bladder cancer simply by sniffing someone's body. A study conducted at the University of California, Davis has shown that dogs can detect cancer-affected tissues out of many samples. Cancer-affected cells have a unique odor that doesn't exist in healthy cells. While humans have about 5 million scent receptors, dogs can have up to 250 million, giving them a nose up in scent detection. This gets even more interesting. There's an organization in the United Kingdom called Medical Detection Dogs, in which dogs are trained to find the odor of cancer in samples such as breath, urine, and swabs.
Our lesson today is four-legged heroes, animals with amazing abilities. Our objectives are to activate listening skills for specific information, to activate reading skill for specific information. Look at the photos and predict if the following sentences are true or false. Write your answer on your whiteboard or notebook. You have 30 seconds. Listen to the following audio and check if your predictions are correct or not.
Bart started an organisation called Apopo in Tanzania. Bart's organisation trains African giant pouched rats to sniff the ground in order to find underground landmines left in the area during past wars. Many of these landmines are still active. They often explode, killing and injuring thousands of people each year. Villagers avoid places where the dangerous landmines are. But much of this land could be used as valuable farmland if the mines weren't there. These rats are helping villagers get their land back. While rats aren't usually seen as heroes, some animals often are. There are many stories about dogs that save lives, but dogs have another life-saving skill that we're still learning about. Just like landmine-sniffing rats, dogs have an amazing sense of smell. They're now being trained to sniff out chemicals from the body that are connected to certain diseases, sometimes even before doctors or laboratory tests can find them. So, the next time you see a rat or dog, don't be afraid. Remember, these animal heroes can save lives.
Now check your answers. The African giant rats can sniff to find the underground landmines. True. Medical dogs can detect a disease even before a doctor can. It's true. Listen again and complete the sentences. Number 1. Landmines stop villagers from using their good. Number 2. Help villagers to get their land back. Number 3. Dogs have an amazing sense of that help them detect a disease. Now check your answer. Number 1. Landmines stop villagers from using their good farmland. Number 2. African giant rats help villagers to get their land back. Number 3. Dogs have an amazing sense of smell that help them detect a disease. I want you to skim the text, read it quickly in order to find a word which means. Number 1. Find a word which means exclusive devices that may kill people. Number 2. Find a word which means land that is good for farming. Number 3. Find a word which means a gift or prize for doing well in a task. Number 4. Find a word which means people who live in a village. Now check your answers. Number 1. Exclusive devices that may kill people is landmines. Land that is good for farming is farmland. A gift or a prize for doing well in a task is a treat. People who live in a village are called villagers. Now read the text loudly. Animals with amazing abilities. An organization in Tanzania trains African giant rats to sniff the ground to find underground land mines left in the area during past wars. Many of these landmines are still active. They often explode, killing or injuring thousands of people each year. But much of this land could be used as good farmland if the mines weren't there. These rats are helping villagers get their land back. When they find a landmine, they get a treat. There are many stories about dogs that save lives, but dogs have another life-saving skill. Dogs have an amazing sense of smell. They are now being trained to sniff out chemicals from sick people's bodies to find the diseases, sometimes even before doctors or laboratories tests can find them. So, the next time you see a rat or a dog, don't be afraid. Remember, these animal heroes can save lives. Match the questions to the answers. Check your answer now. Number 1. What are the African giant rats trained to do? The answer is letter C. They are trained to sniff the ground to find underground land mines. Number 2. Why are land mines dangerous? The answer is letter A. They are dangerous because they may explode, killing or injuring people. Number 3. How do rats help villagers? The answer is letter B. They help them get their land or farmland back. Number 4. When do rats get a treat? The answer is letter E. They get a treat when they find a landmine. Number 5. How can dogs help sick people? The answer is letter D. They sniff chemicals from their bodies to find a disease. Now listen to a dialogue between two friends about working animals. What are the African giant rats trained to do? They are trained to sniff the ground to find underground land mines. Why are landmines dangerous? They may explode, killing or injuring people. How do rats help villagers? They help them get their good farmland back. When do rats get a treat? When they find a landmine. How can dogs help sick people? They sniff chemicals from their bodies to find a disease. Link to citizenship. Name animals that used to help people in Bahrain and Gulf countries in the past and now. Camels, horses, and falcons. Critical thinking. How would life look like if there weren't any animals? The food chain will be broken, and this would destroy the life on Earth. We wouldn't have meat to eat. We all would be vegetarians. Dogs in airports can sniff bad things like drugs and spoiled goods. This would stop. We would stop having pets or dogs to guard our homes. Now read and write true or false. Check your answers. Number 1. Landmines are dangerous. True. African giant rats can help find underground treasures. False. Landmines prevent villagers from farming good farmland. True. Dogs have an amazing sense of smell. True. Some animals can save people's lives. True. Dogs can know a disease by sniffing chemicals from a human body. Final activity. Real life global value. What should we do to protect animals? We shouldn't pollute their habitats. We should stop deforestation. We should stop cutting trees in forests where they live. We should take care of pets we have at home. We should give them good food, good health care, and even time to play. We should give working animals like dogs free time to rest and even to play.